very industrial around here.
The Vikings were also quite fond of having bragging rights.
Well, that's what you call a fire pit. Here we are. We have arrived in Haugesund Norway, and we've had our breakfast on board. Lovely. Once again, full English fry up. I'm not into all this continental stuff, etc., etc. But we are on the excursion today to the Viking village, but via boats. It's not a P&O excursion. It's one that we did book directly. But yeah, we got a little bit of time. But we meet our tour guide just over here at the centre in front of us. And we go by boat, so we'll pick that up shortly. Yeah, so once you've been to the kiosk there, show them your ticket, they take your surname, and then you're guided over to here, where this green sign is, and that's where we're going to get checked in order to go on the excursion. So yeah, dead on half past 10. We've been introduced to a guide who's going to take us on apparently 7 minutes walk round to where the boat is, which is going to take us out and dock directly at the Viking farm. It's very industrial around here, but by the time we get out there, I have seen some images of where we're going. It's a lot prettier than where we are now. It's like the local docks at home. So as you can see, we're well and truly on our way now. There is a narration going on, but since the boat's sped up, we can actually hear what's being said. So I'll just take some more footage so you can see where we're on our way to. We're out of the industrial zone bit now, but Nipper's got cold. Put the jumper back on. You're feeling it, aren't you? I think we're almost there. We've in the distance I can see where the old church is, which I've seen on YouTube, so I'm pretty sure it's not far from around this corner. All of a sudden you've gone from massive industrial to wow, have a look for yourself. So just down the bottom here is where we gone off the moorings onto the pontoon, and they've led us right up the top here, past the boathouse, which is just down here. I'll bring you to that one as well to have a look. But meanwhile, behind me, the group's been gathered by the Viking that met you to give you a talk about Viking life, etc.
Which made them quite mad, and they wreaked havoc along the coast of Norway just to be a nuisance. So he built these to protect himself against them. But we can also have parties inside our buildings. There are tables and benches alongside the walls, and we can fit 200 people in there. But the Vikings were also quite fond of having bragging rights about where they've been and what they had been doing there. That was the most important part, what they had been doing. That's what you call a fire pit.
Bunch of hills. There you go. I'm not going to bore you with putting all the video together of what I've taken here. A lot of it's family footage for ourselves anyway. But would you say it was worth the money? Would I say it's worth the money? Yeah, it is. It is quite informative. There's lots about the Vikings, how they lived, etc., etc. But more importantly is how they've kept these all these buildings together, and as under the original construction too. So I'm going to head back to the boat. We're going to head back to Haugesund and have a look at what the digital museum's all about. Part of the tour around Haugesund will involve this hop-on, hop-off bus. We've just come back from the Viking village, which dropped us off at the moorings just over here. We're going to need to now walk over this rather large bridge to our ship, which is just over there. We're going to grab something to eat and then come back and have a wander around the shopping parade, which is just down the bottom there. Now the question is, why didn't you go and eat something there? Well, it's very simple. The reason we didn't eat in there is because you practically need a second mortgage. It's really expensive in Haugesund, certainly if you want to eat in those cafes. You know, you do the conversion of the three of us to sit down and have something to eat in a cafe, light bite. We're going to say goodbye to the best part of £90. So, considering it's free, and all we need to do is go over there via this, yeah, that's a £90 savings. So from a distance, you take a look at this bridge, it looks quite imposing, but to be fair, it's not too bad. But have a look at that over there. Isn't that just amazing? All this industrial built up around these really old buildings, historical buildings. But on the commentary on the way in, they were trying to say that although there's some new buildings over to the left-hand side, they're very much timber clad from the outside. The general gist is that in order to get their planning permission, if you like, they must clad them in the same style as the old buildings. So that's nice. It's a similar thing in the UK, Town and Country Planning Act. You've got to have it in keeping with existing buildings, or what you construct has to be sympathetic. So although they're going to look nothing like the existing buildings, the exterior cladding is going to make it sympathetic to the existing buildings, the historical ones that you can see just over my right hand shoulder. There goes the hop on, hop off bus just to go over this bridge. It would, the person I spoke to said it's about £20 just to get a hop on, hop off over this bridge. No thank you. Nothing wrong with my legs, since old and they have repaired themselves. So yeah, we'll take a walk. Bye.